Well, I think this is going to be a great spot for tonight, guys. What do you think? So where we stayed at Taylor Arm on Sprout Lake over here, we're down the road here probably, I'm going to say another 15 to 20 kilometers from where we stayed, heading towards Tofino. So we're heading west right now. And yeah, I think this is a beauty spot. It looks like I'm by myself, and she's a pretty sweet spot. Well, the rain is coming down now, guys. But we got the awnings out and sausages on the old barbecue. They're almost ready. Actually, they are ready. Shut the gas off. So what I normally do is I shut the gas off on the tank, and then the hose is obviously has the high pressure, and then I just let it just shut off. Rather than just shutting this off and leaving all the gas still on the line. That's what I do anyways. And like I said before, it's gonna be a really good night's sleeping because there's nothing better, I find anyways. And maybe it's because of the fiberglass roof on this thing. It's just a nice sound inside. It's not like a steel roof. So it's like fiberglass and then insulation. So it's like just like somebody just dancing on the top of the camper. Like, you know, think of the fairies dancing around and all that. Yeah, anyways, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, it's gonna be a nice night. I'm gonna put my trail cams out. So there's a tree right there. I'm gonna put a trail cam on that one there. And then I'll probably walk across and put one on a tree down there somewhere. Who knows? Well, I think I'm going to actually move the truck forward here a little bit, guys. I like this surrounding this area right here. It's like a pretty cool spot, but this tree right here, you can see all the moss and everything all over the branches, and that's pretty well a dead branch. And you can see the ferns growing up on top of the branch itself. Because everything's getting wet and everything like that, I don't trust that thing, and I want to leave this awning out just so I can use it if it's raining, right? And I don't trust it. Like, it's right above the awning there, and if that thing comes down, it will snap that thing. So I'm just going to pull the truck out into the open. It's probably the smart thing to do. Like I said, I'd rather not, but I think in the long run, it's a smart thing to do. That's better. Like I said, I much prefer to be back here, but that thing ever let go, which I'm surprised it hasn't yet. A dead branch like that with that much fern or moss and even some ferns growing off of it, and now raining, that branch is going to be pretty heavy. So I'm just going for a walk here. Got my camera, I got a bag over top of it. I guess sooner or later I'm going to have to invest in a umbrella maybe, but this is where I am. So I'm not too far from my camper, maybe a kilometer in the bush, and just going for a walk, see if I can see anything. There was some eagles across from me, and he wasn't that far away, but by the time I got my camera, I could see him taking off from the shoreline with a fish. So I didn't get a chance to get him, but anyways, yeah. And I got my my knife and bear spray too. It's like a rainforest here. Doing a little of exploring here in the bush. video that you're watching right now, and you're going to be surprised. It's a short video. For me, that's incredible in itself, because I was only there the one night. So, but I thought, you know what, I'm gonna insert this other clip. And so, I was at Port Alberni, and I stayed with friends of mine, Dan and Brenda. And Dan says, let's go for a tour in his truck, and he's going to show me some other locations in his area where I can actually boondock out different roads. So I said, yeah, perfect. So of course I bring my drone and my camera and stuff like that. So we stopped at this one spot, and it was actually a small lake, beautiful views, and it's a logging road. So I said to him, I says, all right, well, I said, well, if we got some time, and I'm going to send the drone up and get some shots. Doing what I'm doing, any chance you get to have any kind of video, or you take your advantage of it. So I set the drone up, and I went across the lake, and there was some geese and stuff like that. Then all of a sudden, on my controller, it came up saying emergency landing. And all of a sudden the drone started coming down. Now I'm in the middle of this lake. That's all it says is emergency landing. I look at the battery, there's 91%. So where it came up as emergency landing, I tapped on it, because sometimes if it wants to come home and you tap on it, you can cancel it, and it wouldn't do anything, but the drone just started coming down. So I cranked it towards where I thought I was standing, and I just like one control arm up and one forward, trying to get it to at least get it to land. And when I say land, I mean like dirt. And she was coming down. So I'm going to show you the clip and explain exactly what happened and what I went through. And I didn't record everything because I was also in panic mode. So I didn't bring the GoPro with me because I didn't know what I was going to get myself into. And I'm going to explain some more as I go through this. And it would have been great footage if I recorded it, but for some reason I'm still not in that, always record what I'm doing, because sometimes things start to come up and I just do it, and then afterwards I'm like, damn, why didn't I record this? So I'm just going to talk during this footage, and you're going to see it here. So anyways, like I said, as you see in the, and I'm just looking down because I'm just watching the DJI, my drone footage right now. So you can see I just took off here, and I'm going to be heading towards this lake where these geese are. And it's about 4.5 minutes of what I'm going to be showing you here. So that I'm just heading out onto the water, and there's some geese down there, and just one of my usual drone flights going across the lake here. And I gotta put my glasses on here. But yeah, you can see the geese there. They're all right there in the middle of the screen. And then, yep. So then I'm just taking a nice little video and all that kind of stuff, and I'm just heading across the small lake. And pretty soon you're going to watch. So then I just raise the camera up and get a view of the countryside. Like I said, gorgeous, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And as I'm flying, all of a sudden this notification comes up saying emergency landing. Now, that's what it's doing right there. And now, as you can tell, the drone's starting to go down towards the water. And I'm starting to panic, because we're not even close to shore yet. And if I knew exactly where I was, I would have went more to the left, but I didn't. And because I would have been easily on land. Now, why I went this way with it, I'm not 100% sure. Because this is where I thought I was standing. The sad thing is, I was actually closer. If I would have turned right and kept going to the left, I was only about 150 yards from there, and I would have made it to land. But this is what happened. So I started to panic, and she's going down. I can't do nothing about it. And you're going to see what happens here. It is now in the grass. And this video, it's upside down. And this video is still recording. So that's where I'm just going to pause it, and I'll just tell you a little bit about the story. So on the controller, it says find my drone, and that's one of the features. So I had 91% battery left on this drone. So and even today, I still don't know why it says emergency landing. I still don't know why. But I looked on the map, and I can see where I was and where the drone was, and it physically did not look that big on the map. And I'm thinking, well, we're not that far away. because this is my first time here. Looking at the land, I didn't really know where I was. But I'm gonna try to hone in on a tree, and you'll see the recording. And there was one tree that was straight, and it kind of had a branch that came out like this and up like this. So that's what I'm now panning across, trying to figure out where this tree is. So Dan and I moved around this side of this hill to where I thought I would be getting closer by the map. And when we stopped, I still had about 650 yards to get to the drone. So even though it looked close, it wasn't that close. I ended up looking on the video and seeing it, and then I went, oh shit, there it is right there, so I know I'm getting close. Now, on the drone, there's a function that I can have the lights flashing and a beeping sound. And it's not really loud, but there is a beeping sound. So I went and I started hearing it. Now this thing is out off the shore into the kind of a swampy area, about a good 150, 200 feet. Here's the thing, I didn't have my GoPro with me. All I had was my cell phone. And my cell phone told me I had 10% battery. So I wanted to record what was going on, but I couldn't because I couldn't risk losing my phone and not actually having find my drone function. So I said to hell with it. So I kept on going until I saw the drone. Now technically at that point, I guess I could have took a couple videos. I walked out in the marsh and I was up to my waist in mud and everything. It was pretty ugly. And as I'm sinking, there's pieces of grass growing out, which you would have saw. So I'm putting my hands down on top of it and pushing up because there's little mounds of dirt underneath, and that's what I was able to kind of keep myself from really getting really wet or kind of sinking. And I got out to the drone, picked it up, and I brought it back. But halfway back to the truck, the phone died. So I'm glad I found it. But regardless, that would have been great footage, especially if I had the camera set up on the shoreline, like on the land, and then pointing out there, watching me going across this marsh. Again, at the time, I'm thinking, like, don't lose your drone. They're too expensive. And I was more of a rescue mission more than worrying about recording it. I wish, long story short, I got the drone, obviously. I came back to the truck and Dad's looking at me and I'm absolutely soaked from the waist down. My brand new pair of boots I just bought at Cabela's, hikers, very first day I wore them, they were just all full of mud. So anyways, it's just it would have been a great story if I would have recorded it. And because like I said, I've never been here before, so I'm trying to look at something I can use as a reference. And I saw this tree, and that's how I knew I was in the right area. But as you'll see, I'm still not like close to shore. If yes, I would have stayed on the course and kept going, it would have been an easy find and it would have landed on land. But when you're panicking and your drone's heading to the ground, no matter what you're doing, it's easier said afterwards. But anyways, I just thought I'd add this into the video, guys. And I hope you enjoyed it. That was just a piece I'm just going to put in here just to make the video a little bit longer. But anyways, guys, back to the video. All right, guys, while I'm out of here, that was a real nice spot along the river there. I really enjoyed that spot. So anyways, just heading down the road, going to be heading down towards Tofino and Uselet. I'm not sure what's going to happen. There was a campground down there called the Secret Beach, I believe it's called, campground. But anyways, we'll find out what happens. So, guys, try that again. So, anyways, guys, until we meet again, be good, be kind, be careful. We're going to talk to you guys real soon. Bye-bye.